What's going on, guys? It's your guy Byron Scott here with a live with your beginner's guide to wholesaling real estate 2025 and going into 2026. We're going to talk about things that work, things that don't work, mistakes that was made in 2025, things we're looking to do in 2026, and yeah, man, really gonna break down the beginner's guide to what you need to be doing if you're looking to get started wholesaling real estate. We're gonna be talking about what you need to be doing in 2025 and heading in 2026 in order to see traction, man, to get your deal flow going. What do you need to be doing? We're gonna go over that, talk about that, chop that up. But as you come in, man, let me know who you are, what you got going on, where you're from. Um, Man, because we want to know who you are, where you're from, man. We want to know who up in here, who we talking to, so we can, you know. I like to learn from you guys just as much as y'all listen to me talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much y'all learning, but you know, I definitely want to learn from y'all. To see okay what's going on out there, what's working out there, all that other good stuff, man. So trying to get all my viewers in here, man. Trying to see. I'm like, man, it's tripping. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I think I got my people from IG. What's going on, man? Somebody walked up in this thing. What's going on? Sandra, what's going on, man? What's going on, people? Man, if you got questions, go ahead and drop them. If you're watching this on the replay and got questions, go ahead and put your questions in the comments. Um, that way we can answer your questions, man. So make sure that you are dropping questions if you have them. Man, we've been working on this one deal. We got an offer on today. Been waiting on an offer on this deal, man. But this offer came in at full asking price, but they wanted 10 days due diligence. And if you know anything about that, man, it's like you start getting these long due diligence, and it's like, man, they just tie your property up for 10 days, and then you can't sell to nobody else for 10 days. And it's like you just wasted time. And you don't get compensated for waiting 10 days for these people to decide that they don't want your property anyways. So what's up, people? Go ahead and drop your name, where you from, who's in here from where, man? Where are you from? Do we have Atlanta in the house? Do we got Boston in the house? We got New York in the house. Cali, are you in the house? Where y'all from, people? Because we got deals out in Texas, got deals in Tennessee, we got deals in Alabama, Florida, a lot of different places. Man, I want to know who y'all are, where y'all from, man. Put deals all over Georgia. So you anywhere in Georgia, you know what I'm saying? We like to collaborate with our viewers, man. So um but yeah, man, we got this offer on this property, full asking price offer, man. The offer was full asking price. And what we end up doing is just going back and telling them, hey, look, you got to lower that due diligence period if you want to move forward. So we're kind of going back and forth in negotiations with them. And since we got a full asking price, so we have the seller at 45,000 and we got an offer for 55,000. So we went back to the seller trying to talk them down to create more of a spread. And then we're gonna go to the buyer, go try to talk them up. So that's what we kind of do. Once we see the deal start to develop, we'll try to talk the seller down, try to talk the buyer up to create the spread that we need. And then we kind of move forward at the spread that we need. So that's kind of how we do it once we start getting an offer to roll in and we see, okay, we probably gonna be able to get this deal done. It's all about the numbers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times what's happening, man, it's all about the numbers. And when you trying to get your spread, man, we always shoot for a 15K spread. So that's what we really was looking for. Talk the seller down a few K, talk the buyer up a few K, get a little 15K spread in there. That's the thing. Another thing is like what the spread you expect, it kind of starts to come to you. You know what I'm saying? I had no expectations for my spreads before, as far as how much I'm going to make on assignment fees, and I was getting small fees. 2K, 3K, 5K. I might get lucky and get like an 8K or something like that. But once I started expecting 15 on every one of them as a minimum. I started getting, 20s. I started expecting 30s. You know what I'm saying? I started expecting 30s. And then it's like I ain't want to go below 15. You know what I'm saying? So with that expectation, that kind of what lends itself to that. Hey, what's going on? Some dude on old block. What's going on, man? What up? What up? What up? All you people that's out there, man, y'all got a comment, man. Let me know y'all up in here. But yeah, man. So that's what we're doing right now, man. We negotiating on that deal. Dang, we got another deal, man. I forgot to call the lender. We're doing a short sale, and I need to call the lender to see if we can move forward with the short sale. So the seller owes 265, but there's nobody willing to buy the property for more than 265. So they're gonna need to sell it for less than what he owes on the property, right? So we went through the short sale process, and it's not a crazy process. You really got to turn in like a settlement statement from the attorney's office. You got to turn in a purchase agreement. You got to turn in proof of funds. I think that's about it. Then you can move forward and send all that stuff in to the lender. And a lot of times it all depends on who the lender is. You know what I'm saying? Um, it all depends on who the lender is. If the lender is free motion, we taking notes. If the lender, whatever the lender want, basically, but they mainly ask for those things. They ask, so when you're doing a short sale, you just gonna call the lender with the seller and ask, are they approved for the short sale? Once you figure out that they're eligible, I mean eligible for a short sale. Once they figure out they're eligible, and this is a great way to get big spreads on deals. Some of the biggest deals I ever did with short sales. You got to get a seller on board. Like, hey, look, you kind of like you're going to foreclosure. I'll probably able to get you more money if you short sell it to us, and then we could pay you for going through the process. We give you like 5K or something like that. A lot of times they underwater. This guy was underwater. So what we're doing with him is we called the lender with him, got a list of things that we need to do. Now we had to send in a third party authorization, which gives us the power to be able to call the lender on his behalf. And then we send in the purchase agreement, proof of funds, um, the settlement statement to kind of break down what's all going to be paid at closing, because that's what the lender want to see. And then something else. Maybe not. I think that might be it. So we sent in those things, and then we were good, man. We sent in those things, then we good. And then we can move forward. What happens is, so we our purchase price that we're requesting is $210,000, right? The buyer that we had on this was at $300,000, but they wanted 15K in concessions. Um, and that kind of threw everything off. But yeah. Um, so now we trying to drop it down to 210. This buyer ended up, I think, being at like 260, after everything, after the 15K in concessions, after the realtor fees, closing costs, all they were gonna have to pay. It's gonna be like 260. So we can get that same buyer and get the seller down to 210. You talking about around 50K spread or something like that. So yeah, man. The short sale is definitely the way to go, man. If you can get a short sale deal or get somebody that's willing to short sale, that's huge, right? All you gotta do is get those documents together. Once you get those documents together, you good. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, man? Lodilla. What's going on? What's up? Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, man. Um, but yeah, so appreciate the love, man. But yeah, so that's how you do a short sale, right? In the short sale, like I said, I've done some and made 30K, 50K, off just wholesaling the short sale. So once you get that set up, what you're gonna want to do is one or two things because you're gonna have to buy it cash as is. You get the buyer, you get the buyer to purchase the property. You double close, right? You take it to somebody like, hey, we're gonna double close, and you close on the property with the seller, and then turn around and let the buyer close on the property. But you don't have to bring any money to the table. It's called pass through funding. So what the attorneys always do is take the end buyer's money to make the first transaction happen, and then then on that's called the A to B transaction, the one between you and the seller. So they use the end buyer money to fund the A to B transaction, and then they're gonna go and fund the B to C transaction between you and the actual buyer. So that's kind of how that worked. And then you walk away with a check, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times with those though, we kind of went over ahead and buy the property, and then we turn around and sell it. So that's kind of how we do it. We never assign those. We always double close it. Always double close. That's if you have a short sale situation. You always double close. You know what I'm saying? So that's huge. I had the very first short sale that I did. I gave the deal away. That was the biggest mistake I've ever made in real estate. I did a short sale. Seller sold the property to us for 60,000, and I just gave it to an investor because I didn't think anything would come of it. So I gave it to the investor for 60,000. That investor turned around, put I think 25,000 into it. Was maybe they was in at 90,000, and they ended up selling it for $156,000. I said, "Oh my God." You know what I'm saying? They ended up making like 60, 50, somewhere between 50, 60 grand. It was crazy. And I gave that deal away, man. I gave that deal away. The craziest thing ever, man. Craziest thing ever that I gave that deal away. Um, but yeah, that's when I learned, like, dude, these short sales, first I learned a lot of people can't do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know what they're doing with a short sale. They don't have the patience to do it. They don't have the, I don't know. I mean, to me, I just kept going through the process because I was trying to get a property. You know what I'm saying? Doing whatever it took. But a lot of people don't like to go through short sale process, and that's how you're able to, go through the short sale process and get these properties. You know what I'm saying? So that's at least how I've been able to get. And I've done a bunch of short sales. I've been able to do a bunch of short sales by doing it that way. And yeah, man, short sales been real good for me. Um, and what I really like about them is it doesn't really matter where you are, but it works even better in rural areas. You know what I'm saying? It works even better in rural areas. If you're taking it to the rural areas, you could dominate with short sales. So anybody in a rural area, if you just drive around, look for properties that people look like nobody really want them. A lot of times people own them, and they think they don't own it no more. Don't own it no more because they think maybe they didn't make the payments, whatever. But they still own the property, and you could do a short sale with them. And that's kind of how that's a lot of times that's how I get a lot of my short sale deals. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what people on IG talking about. The mobile home plug is in the building, man. The mobile home plug is in the building. Shout out to the mobile home plug. But yeah, man. So that's how I do short sales. Um, and you know, that's a little bit more of people would call it advanced strategy, but it's not super advanced. Um, and that's why I tell a lot of beginners get connected with people who know what they're doing. That's part of the things I tell beginners to do. You got to get connected with somebody who know what they're doing, because like when there's a deal like that, it could be a 50K deal, but it won't be a 50K deal if you don't know what the heck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna think there's no deal, then somebody else gonna come along and make 50K out of it. You know what I'm saying? So you need to get connected with people who know what they're doing. That's really gonna help you in this whole process. Get connected with people who know what they're doing. And that way you can ask questions whenever you want, whenever you need to, and they're kind of in it with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say is one of the biggest things that you need to do as a beginner. And then as a beginner, you need to find the least path of resistance that you could do to get leads. I mean, for some people, that's going to be driving for dollars. For some people, that's going to be cold calling. For some people, that's going to be buying paper lead or whatever. So it's going to look different for different people. You got to be willing to do whatever it is you choose to do. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be able to self assess and be like, man, now I don't have enough time to be driving all around the place for dollars. Um, and then you know, you just got to self assess, man, to know what you need to be doing, what you can do consistently. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I could buy leads consistently. When I first started out, because I was at the house, I could cold call consistently. And then once I went back into work, um, being there and having to deal with kids and stuff like that, then it was like I could text all day long, but I couldn't get on the phone and talk to people. So I had to create a system where, you know, it lined itself up with my life and what I had going on. That's the big thing, man. We in business, you got to make it line up with your life and make it flow. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing, man, when it came to trying to wholesale. Um, you know, that was a big thing. But yeah, man, y'all got questions. I know Lowe said they taking notes, man. If you got questions, go ahead and drop them, man. Go ahead and drop the questions, because I'm right here waiting on them, man. Right here waiting on them. If you got questions, go ahead and drop them. So I always tell beginners, man, when you're getting started, the key is get leads. You got to get leads. And the best way to get leads is to pay for them through some type of online ad service, which is like a pay per lead. I think that's the best way for beginners. And you want to get them as cheap as you can. You know what I'm saying? So somebody, and they really kind of need to be exclusive, right? You don't want to be buying leftover leads. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to get those leftover deals done because so many people have hit them. You want to buy exclusive leads, something that nobody else has touched. You know what I'm saying? And that way you might be the first one to get on it. And if you're the first one to get on it, it gives you a lot better chance to get the deal done. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what you should do is get those leads. From, like I said, some social media ad people that's doing PPL. That's where I would get my leads from if I was just getting started, or at any point almost. I'll definitely get my leads from there, man. That's one of the biggest things is getting the leads. That's the biggest thing, man. So you gotta get the leads, man. You don't get the leads, you cooked. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get the leads, you are cooked. So but let me see. I've been up in this mug about 20 minutes, man. I'm staying here probably 10 more minutes. At least give y'all 30 minutes up in this mug, and then we're gonna see where we go from there. But I'm definitely gonna give you 30 minutes. So but yeah, man, I hadn't had anybody ask questions tonight, man. I need some questions. Somebody to You got to have a question about how wholesalers get paid, or do you need an LLC? No, you don't need an LLC, and you don't need to pay anybody to get your LLC. You know, you can, you know, you don't need an LLC. You can use your regular name if you want to. If you want to set up LLC, that's fine. You set one up and run it through there. Um, just trying to think about some myths. You don't need any certificate or anything like that. This is not a wholesale agent, right? This is not a wholesale real estate agent. That's not what you're doing. We like to tell people we're service providers to a network of investors, right? So we provide the service of bringing discounted properties to potential investors, and you know, for the sellers, we help them find the buyer that fit their situation. Boom. That's kind of what we tell them, man. We tell them that's being straight up and honest, man. Letting people know, hey, look, we're gonna find you a buyer. You know, we're gonna find you the best buyer, and then the the people who buying it, you're trying to bring them discounted property. So that's two things you're trying to do. But we let people know straight up if we're gonna list a property. Hey, look, we're gonna market your property out. You're gonna see it, you know, market it out, but we're gonna lower the price. You know what I'm saying? Um, to try to draw people. You know, it's like, man, we gotta lower the price to try to draw people into this deal, because a lot of times people want to sell cash as is. You know what I'm saying? Or even if it's not cash, they want it to be as is. So it's like, man, we gotta kind of lower the price just a little bit to draw more people. You know what I'm saying? Once you draw more people, that thing really get growing. You know what I'm saying? That thing really, really get going. So, hmm but yeah, man. Um, what question y'all got, man? Where are you from, Low? Where are you from, Low? Some dude, where are you from? I know we got some people up in here. Y'all tell me where y'all from. Have you done a deal? Has anybody in here done a deal? Has anybody in here done at least one deal? You know what I'm saying? Has anybody put somebody in a contract? Let's see if somebody put somebody in a contract. Because I remember back in the day, I would put people in a contract and they'd be like, no big deal. Cass up in the building, Cass A in Pasadena, California. I've done a deal or two. Cass, you done a whole bunch of deals. You know what I'm saying? Cass out there in Pasadena. Ali, what's going on, man? Yo, what's going on, Ali? What's up, man? But Cass way out there, man. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna go ahead and announce because we only got 7 minutes left. Unless y'all keep asking me questions. Bring it back to first deal guaranteed, dude. Bring it back to first deal guaranteed. We only accepting 10 people, and we doing 1,000. And you need to buy at least 30 leads, but we're gonna get them for $30 a piece. You know what I'm saying? And we guarantee you're gonna work with me and my team, and we guarantee you get a deal or you get your $1,000 back. You know what I'm saying? So you work with us, you either get a deal or get your money back. Yeah, we can't get a deal off 30 leads, then we trash. We don't know what the heck we doing. You know what I'm saying? 30 leads, you will get a deal. You know what I'm saying? So we've done this before, and everybody who bought the leads, like everybody who bought 30 leads, got a deal. So everybody who bought the leads got a deal. And I think we only let like 5 people in, and I think like 4 people got a deal. Like one person didn't get a deal. Then the second time we did 10 people, I think it was like 6 people got a deal. So it's like a 90-day challenge. It's like a 90-day challenge to get your first deal, man. $1,000 to get in. We guarantee your first deal, and then boom, we go from there. So, um, but yeah, man, we feel like if you buy 30 leads, man, you're gonna get a deal, dude. If you buy 30 leads, you will get a deals. Mm-hmm. You will get a deal. You just gotta buy the leads, dude. Ali, man. What's been going on, Ali, man? What's going on, Ali? Cass, what's going on with you out there in the Sunshine State, man? Well, not the Sunshine State. Florida's the Sunshine State. California is the Golden State. The Golden State, man. What's going on out there in the Golden State? Mm. Kansas and the Golden State. What do they call North Carolina? What state do they call North Carolina? Locked up one in Tampa. Dang, that's what's up, man. Locked up one in Tampa. Man, I used to have this dude in Tampa that worked for like a hedge fund company. He knew a whole bunch of buyers down there, but dude, I hadn't talked to him in so long. It's crazy. These hedge funds went out. So Ali said pivoted to land transaction coordinator with a buddy of mine. It's going well. That's what's up, man. Transaction coordinating with somebody that you know, man. That's what I say. Get in with somebody that you know, man. Get in with somebody that you know. Somebody's out there that's doing doing deals. And you'll learn a lot, man. But don't take your eyes off trying to do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't take your eyes off trying to do your thing. But that's what I'm saying. You can work in the business. I have a lot of people who done that, right? A lot of people who came and they just start working and doing things for me. They learn, they start doing deals, and it's like, okay, you need to go do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's not like, I don't want them to do their own thing. I want them to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to get stuck in a habit of, not wanting to be that person that pursuing what they really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you get comfortable. You still want to pursue what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So Ali said, "Facts. That's the goal." Yeah, Ali, man. I already know how you roll, man. You. Ali always got playing. Ali always got playing. Ali probably on a plane right now. To be honest with y'all, Ali probably sitting up, and telling how the plane is. Ali sitting up somewhere on a plane, man, sitting there watching the live. How soon into something like that do you suggest someone to do their own thing? I would suggest once you figure out how it works, you know how it works, and you know how to get started, then I suggest you start kind of getting started. You know what I'm saying? It's like if somebody came in and they learn, okay, how the wholesale process work, how we do it, and they start seeing leads come in and they kind of dealing with it, if you're able to, you got time, then I would start have that person buying leads. You know what I'm saying? If they made money, when they make money, I would have them buy leads. Like, hey man, buy you some leads, man. See if you can get a deal. You know what I'm saying? Ali said me in town on the plane next next year to Cali. Dude, they going to see Cass, man. Cass said they coming out to see you, Cass, dude. They coming out to see you. They coming out to see you. You're in Ali stay in the sky. Slimy, what's going on, man? Yeah, man. Cass stay way in the sky. Cass stay way in the sky. What there with all the secrets? You stupid. You're stupid, man. Thad definitely wasn't trying to give away no information, man. He want to keep all the information to himself. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe somebody was gonna steal his stuff. It's like, dude, I never thought like that. Never thought like that. Probably shared way too much information and way too much stuff. To be honest with you, shared way too much information and way too much stuff. Way too much access to me, way too much access to my team. You know what I'm saying? Even with the first deal guaranteed, it's like, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Way too much for me and my team. But I thought, dang, I was doing a good thing. People were getting deals. People felt like, they had accomplished with their goals and all this stuff. And it's like, man, that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So I figured I'd do it again, man, because I stopped. I'm like, man, I need to do that again, man. First deal guarantee. Yeah. So that's why I brought that back. It's interesting. Land is a little easier dealing with than single family. Just have to have the builders ready to go, ready to buy. Yeah, man, you definitely gotta have the beers. I had one land deal over here where I was at, and shoot, I had a builder ready. You know what I'm saying? The problem was the seller ended up being, stuck in some type of crazy. I don't know if it was a probate issue, just a title issue with. I'm guessing the mother-in-law. I don't know what they had going on. Some weird family stuff they had going on, and yeah, that was just the end of that. So, um, but anyways, yeah, it was a weird like title issue. I don't know what it was. It just kept going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But I had the seller, I had the buyer. Everything was locked up, and like you know, title issues like crazy, man. It went through too many folks, but it was still in that family. They was trying to sell it, so just couldn't get the title issues straightened out, man. Couldn't get them straightened out. Couldn't get them straightened out. Oh shoot, man! I've been on this thing 31 minutes. 31 minutes, man. If y'all got questions, go ahead and ask them. I'm finna roll finna roll up out of this thing, man. Y'all ask questions. Thank you, Ali, for asking questions, man. Um, thank you for asking questions. Ty, shout out to Sam Pablo. Shout out to Denali. Shout out to Low. Shout out to my guy Cass. Shout out to Ali. Shout out to all my people, man. Shout out to all my people. Yes, sir. Your info will make me millions. Dude, this information can make you a ton of money. I cannot imagine. I looked at what we made last year and I'm like, dude, what the heck? And these are down years, man. I say what the heck because that tax bill gonna be stupid. It's like, man, but yeah, man, if you stick to it, do what you're supposed to do. Don't do no clowning stuff, man. Doing this could really take off for you. You know what I'm saying? So, yep. So, but shoot, man, been on this thing for 33 minutes, man. If y'all ain't got nothing, I'm about to roll out with the top back sitting on 20. So Ali says, thanks, man, for all the support. You're a huge part of my success, as always. Ali, man, I appreciate you too, man. Like all of y'all for real. Like I learned so much from just the people who jump on the lives and reach out to me and people who look down for me just over time. You know what I'm saying? People that send me buyers, people that sent me leads, people that's helped me do deals. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, there's a lot of people that behind the scenes help me get all the stuff that I get done. A lot of people behind the scenes have given me stuff like, hey, look, take these buyers, or hey, look, here's somebody who's looking to sell. And it's like, man, I just appreciate all the people who come on here and especially ones who say anything or do anything where I know who you are because it's like I love the communication, the talking to people, the figuring out okay what's working, what's not working, all the other good stuff, man. That's the lifeblood, man. You got to do that in your business, man. You got to do that. Period. You know what I'm saying? You got to. So But shoot, man, 35 minutes in, I'm about to get out of this thing, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. One thing I want, like I said, make my announcements real quick. One, first deal guaranteed is open. Hit me up if you're interested. Pay $1,000, 90-day challenge. If you don't get your first deal in 90 days, you get all your money back, no questions asked. Um, the other thing, oh yeah, we're having a class on Sunday, so if guys go jump in the class, man, it doesn't matter if you know all this stuff, don't know all this stuff, jump in the class. I want to see as many people as I can there, man. Like I said, went from teaching U.S. history to teaching wholesaling real estate, and this stuff can really impact you. The class is gonna be just like this, no longer than 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Really gonna be 15, but it's gonna be no longer than 30 minutes, man. We'll get you in, get you out. And man, I just want to teach a bunch of people about how to get started wholesaling real estate. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? But shoot, man, I'm finna go and get up out of this thing, man. Appreciate everybody, appreciate everything. Until tomorrow, we're back tomorrow. Probably around 8:39 or something like that. But yeah, we'll be back up in this thing, man. I appreciate everybody, appreciate everything. Y'all have a good day. Peace out.